त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Welcome everyone in real life, and welcome everyone online. I'm Lynn, and
Hi.
This is Gulshan, who made it through the traffic.
In a calm way, might I add.
A very calm way.
Yeah.
So welcome those of you who might be new tonight. Don't worry, we'll catch you up. And of course, if you regularly join us, we have something interesting about the left side for you. So Gulshan will describe to you what the left and the right and the central channels are. But basically, it's our evolutionary process in short. And wonderful thing is about Sahaja Yoga meditation. 100 years ago this year, the lady you see in the photograph here and who started the whole process of self-realization en masse for everybody, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She in 1970, so she was born 100 years ago. She went and studied in Gandhi's ashram when she was a tiny tot. And then, of course, she studied medicine to find out all about our inner workings. And then in 1970, once her family had grown and she had grandchildren, she opened her sasrara and then taught others how to open their sasraras. It took a lot of effort for the first few people, but then it sort of snowballed, and now thousands of people at once can open their own sasraras just by us all sitting together, and including us here tonight, by asking for that. So Gulshan will tell us a little bit more about it. But basically, we're going into this 7th chakra, which hasn't been done before. Maybe one person would go and sit in a cave on the top of a mountain, and after their entire life of trying to rigidly behave themselves, they might get realization, but maybe not. So the wonderful thing about these days and these times is you get it all straight away. And then with that lovely vibrational flow, you be in the center and see all the things you need to correct about yourself, and we become lovely, perfect beings soon.
That was prophesied in the ancient Indian literature.
Yes.
That a time would come when most common people would have access to this special energy, and that they would pass it on to others.
Yeah.
And now
amazing,
here we are in that time.
So lucky.
Yeah.
So these are the times, and it reminds me of a song. What a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't sing it for you, but maybe one day. Gulshan, do you want to...
So we'll just get started with
we'll get started and talk about our inner workings. Thanks, Gulshan.
Okay. And so if we just watch this chart behind us, this is the chart of human beings, and it is the internal chart within us of our chakras, which are the energy centers within us. The yellow and the blue line are the two aspects of a personality that, thank you, Lynn, that's right, the yellow and the blue line. The blue line is to do with our emotions, our feelings, our background, our habits, our cultural aspects that we come from, and also our family upbringing has a lot to do with that. The one on the yellow side is to do with our futuristic state. So it's to do with our organizing, planning, and thinking. And then if that gets stretched to an extreme, that can take us to a very dry personality. Again, the left side, the blue side, or the right side, which is the yellow side, those are the two aspects of the personality that each one of us is born with. Some of us are a bit stronger on one side than the other. And the idea is for the Kundalini, as she rises from the base of the spine, to come through and bring us into balance. So you're not too much stretched into the left, which leads us to depression and lethargy, and not too much stretched onto the right side, which is the yellow line, which again makes us quite aggressive and unpleasant to be with. So the plan is not to be on those two extreme sides, but to be in the center, which is where, that's right, thank you, Lynn, all the way up. That's the path of the Kundalini. That's the path of the mothering energy within us. And Shri Mataji made that possible. She has, in fact, actualized a prophecy by which allowing us all to have access to that realization within us, passed on from one person to another, where we get our realization straight away, and then we learn how to fix our problems within us, learn how to correct the imbalances within us through our fingertips. So both our hands are connected to each of the chakras on our subtle system. So for instance, the little pinky, the red, connects to our heart. So if there's a problem in our heart, then that finger, often you feel a little bit of tingling sensation. So that's how it is. Each one of our fingertips communicate with us and tell us if there's a problem with our subtle system. One of the really important things that happens when the Kundalini comes through is that, again, with the grace of Shri Mataji and her gift to humanity, she has allowed the Kundalini to come through and open the seventh chakra within us. This is the chakra of 1,000 qualities within us. This is the chakra that connects to the all-pervading energy in the atmosphere, that manages everything, that turns those beautiful leaves into a lovely autumn color, that looks after and manages everything. That's that special energy that it's time to get connected with. And it's easy and effortless. And then the only issue is, or the only little homework one has to do at home is to strengthen it. And that's easy, and we shall show you that today too. So I won't talk too much about it, but let's experience it now. So go through the realization. Am I doing the realization?
I
Will
guess
we
so.
do that? Okay, that's easy done as well. So I just request everyone online.
And we might request the cameraman to refocus on us.
Thank you.
Or on Gulshan.
So if everyone could take the shoes off sitting here, and also online, if you could just take your shoes off, please. You can sit where you like, comfortable chair. And we will use our hands to get our realization. Hands palm up, stay in our lap. And we will use our right hand on the left-hand side of our body, placing it on various chakras, energy centers within us to awaken those special qualities within us. So it just requires your ardent desire to address the mothering energy within us, the Kundalini. You can address that to the Kundalini, which is in the sacrum bone within us. Each one of us has that, and each one of us has a special energy within us. You can also address this to Shri Mataji, because she is the one who allowed this special gift to be available to us free of cost. And we can close our eyes and we'll just address these questions quietly within us. I'll take off my glasses and you can just close our eyes. And I find it easy to close our eyes because it just helps to bring our attention inside. If you wish to keep your eyes open, please watch the flame, because that helps us deal with the thoughts. It keeps the thoughts away, which is what we need, and it is really helpful. So right hand goes on the left side of our body. So we are going to work on the left side of our body. Just place your right hand on the left-hand side, on the heart area. And here we are going to begin this journey to connect with our special energy within us and to get our realization. As Lynn mentioned, it took years if you were lucky to get one, but now it's effortless and only takes a few minutes. So placing a hand on the heart on the left-hand side, we are just going to ask ourselves a little question of reflection within us. Who am I? And what is my purpose? Am I this body? Am I my mind, my thoughts, my worries? And what is my purpose on this earth? We just move our right hand, again on the left-hand side, under the heart area and the upper part of the rib cage. And here we ask ourselves another question. Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? Am I in control of myself, my thoughts, my ideas, my views? Or do I rely on others and their approval of what I should think and what I should do? I would like to be able to be in control. So please guide me to know the right thing. Taking a hand down again where the leg meets the body. So just place your hand in that crease between your leg and the torso on the left-hand side. And this is the area of pure knowledge and pure desire within us. So with your pure desire, with all your heart, please ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. And the knowledge that we are asking is the knowledge of the state of the chakras within us, is the state of our connection with our mothering energy. And also to know, to rely on your own mother within yourself. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. can bring a hand up a little bit under the heart. And this is the area of self-mastery within us. And here we are going to affirm the qualities of self-mastery within us. Say a few times quietly, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own teacher. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own master. So the mother within us, the Kundalini, wants us to be quite nicely self-assured about not relying on others to think, but to have that quiet confidence within yourself to know what is the right thing to do. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own teacher. Just say that a few more times. And now we move our hand onto the heart, again on the left-hand side. This is the area of the spirit within us. And it's time to affirm the quality of the spirit. So we say a few times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. So I'm not this body, I am not my mind, I am not my worries, my fears, my thinking, my planning, but I am the spirit. And the spirit is a very gentle, quiet glow of peace within us. So it is not the highs of the happiness and the lows of the unhappiness. It is just the constant quality of peace and joy within us. So let's affirm that quality. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. And now we place the hand on the left-hand side of the neck. And as you do that, just move your head towards your right shoulder. So it allows a bit more easier accessibility to place your hand on your neck on the left-hand side. And this is the area of guilt within us. And some of us tend to feel very guilty, whether it is due to our upbringing, our cultural background, or just our personality. Some of us just feel guilty, and sometimes it's easy to escape into that area of guilt rather than face it. But now let's just let go of the guilt. So we say a few times quite confidently, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. And now please place your hand on the forehead. And as you do that, apply a little bit of pressure with your fingertips in the palm of your hand. And you could just lower your head into your hand a little bit. So it gives good support to your forehead. And this is a really important chakra within us. And this is where we are at the moment. And we are kind of stuck. And we've got ourselves into an absolute twist about thoughts and anger. And more thoughts and more fear and more anger. So it's time to let go of all of that pain that we cause to ourselves by simply saying, in general, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone in general. So don't think of any particular circumstance or a person or a situation, we just surrender and forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. It is really important to forgive and release yourself from the pain we cause ourselves by holding on to the grudges. So I forgive, Mother Kundalini, I forgive, I forgive. And place a hand at the back of the head. Tip your head up towards the sky. Eyes are still closed. And here we forgive ourselves. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for my past. And please forgive me for the mistakes that I have committed towards my innocence and towards my ascent. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me, and I forgive myself. It's important to forgive others, and it's really important to forgive yourself as well. And for the last and most important one, stretch your hand and place the palm of your hand on the top of your head, the soft part, the fontanelle bone area. So apply a little bit of pressure, and you could just lower your head a little bit forward. So we are going to rotate our hand, which is on our scalp, in a clockwise direction, and the movement is starting from your left, bringing it forward to your right and back. So left, forward, right, and back. And as we do that, please ask the mothering energy, Mother Kundalini and Shri Mataji, to please give me my self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. And for those of us who have been practicing it, it's really good to ask to strengthen my self-realization. And please establish my self-realization. And just apply a bit of pressure on your scalp. We're going to keep our attention where our hand is on our head at the moment. And just very quietly and slowly, keeping your eyes closed, bring your right hand back onto your lap. But the attention stays on the top of our head. So just watch that space on top of your head. Still keeping your eyes closed, attention on top of your head. Just see how you feel on top of your head. Some of us may feel a little bit of cool, very gentle, cool breath-like air. Or sometimes it's also tingling sensation, and that's okay. And the same thing on the palms of a hand. So if there's tingling sensation, that's all right. The Kundalini is clearing out the obstructions within us. And there may also possibly be a little bit stronger feeling in one hand than the other. And that's okay too, because as we talked about our left and right, one side is often stronger than the other. So it's just time to bring that into balance, and we'll go through that process very shortly. So we are just going to very slowly open our eyes and just watch in front. You can hear things, you can see things, but if you notice you're not thinking, that is being in thoughtless awareness, where you're aware of your surroundings, but you're not thinking. And that is being in meditation, without thoughts, where we experience the silence within us. So that was our first step of getting our realization. And getting that little taste of the meditation within us, the thoughtlessness, it can only get better and stronger because we may go through another clearing practice. So the experience will be a bit more profound.
We can do that. Shall we clear the left and right and see if we can strengthen our meditation? So we can just maintain that meditative feeling. We'll try and enhance it by clearing our left side, which we did last week with Kana, actually. We put the right hand down towards Mother Earth. You can just let our eyes close again, or you can watch towards the candle. And we're just asking Mother Earth, the quality of Mother Earth, to please absorb any negativity, any overactivity from my left side, my side of desire, my past conditionings, the habits. And what releases us from those thoughts of the past and those desires that are not the pure desire is being in thoughtless awareness. So that meditative state helps us in many ways. So just still keeping our attention on the top of our head, our Sahasrara, that chakra opened by Shri Mataji in 1970. You may notice that left hand on your lap, open on your lap, starting to feel room temperature, starting to feel a little just coolness, not cold, but just coolness. If any thoughts are coming, just don't engage with the thoughts. Not this thought. Just take your attention and just see what's happening on my top chakra, what's happening on top of my head. And just let your own Mother Kundalini do the work. So we have that lovely connection with the elements, with the earth, with the fire, with the air, now that we have our realization, our connection. It's feeling a lot cooler on my palm. Hope it is for you also. Let's bring that right hand into our lap now. So we want to clear that right channel now, the one of our action and our futuristic. And we do that just bending the arm, facing our palm behind us. So you can close your eyes again, or as Gulshan mentioned, just look towards the flame. If you're finding it hard to keep your attention with your eyes closed, just change your focus. So whether your eyes are open or whether they're shut, just take your attention back to the top of your head. And we're asking Divine Mother Nature, however you like to focus on that. We called Param Chaitanya last week. Please clear any overactivity in my right channel, my futuristic nature. Please clear my right side. Taking out all the heat into the atmosphere, into the air. So that's why we've got that hand bent up. So it's like a little funnel. our own personal chimney, all the heat sucked out into the atmosphere. And our attention again on top of our head, and just let those two hands cool down, funnel. What's happening on top of my head? And then just bring both hands open on your lap. Your attention still on the top of your head, or if it's wandered off somewhere, with that right hand, just raise it up through your central channel and touching the top of your head. That'll take your attention there again. Try that a couple of times. Just so you know, if your attention wanders, this is all you need to do. So your right hand brings more kundalini, more energy up onto that top energy center. Just touching the top, raise up the hand a little bit. Just see, for those of you who've been following through this process a few times, just see if you can feel that gentle flow of vibrations, coolness, might be heat, but something's happening there on top of my head. Just see that. And as we did with Kanak last week, sometimes it's up high, sometimes it's close. Let's see with the other hand. Bring that hand down, the right hand down. Take the left, it's touching the top of your head, and then just taking it up, taking it forward and back. Just see where you can feel. Should be starting to feel things if you've been following with us for a few sessions now. Should be some coolness up there. And then bringing your both hands down. We'll talk a little bit about our left side, our left channel, the channel of our pure desire. I thought we could all talk together. If anyone online also on Zoom, if you want to ask any questions, feel free. I think you've got the ability to. I've given you the chat ability. I'll check just in case. But that left side of desire and our habits, where we've got those thoughts that keep coming to us. I mentioned that the way to disentangle yourself from that habit of thought is going into meditation. So if you can come in the present, that hold of that thought disappears. So the more we do our meditation each day, if we can, the more we loosen the grip of that circle of thought.
Also the circle of vicious fears and worries, I've noticed.
And fears and worries, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was something I wanted to also, because if particularly those of you who've been following along for a while, it comes a point where you have to take ownership of your yogi status. I've got a little quote. We've got an app, actually, which some of you might want to download. Quite a few of us have, which is Every Day with Shri Mataji. And we're very lucky in that she has given so many lectures since 1970, and travelling all over the world with her husband, who was the United Nations Secretary General of the Maritime Organization. So strangely, she could travel a lot all over the world with her husband, and she just showed everyone how to do this meditation. So that's why it's everywhere now. But I'll read you one of the quotes that came up today, and if you want to download that app, feel free. But this was a good one, especially for today on the left side. So, excuse me while I get it. Oh, here it is. So this excerpt is, you are. Have boldness. Have complete confidence in yourself that you are realized souls, that you are prophets, not to be upset or worried about things, but you are prophets now. Assumption. In Sanskrit, it is said as Raj. That is, the energy is permeated. Viraj means enjoy that energy within you. Viraj. Ra is the energy. Viraj means you enjoy that energy of that throne. It's interesting, isn't it? Assume it. You are the kings now. Behave in that manner. It's not arrogance at all. A person who is a king is never arrogant if he's a real king. A person who is a king is never arrogant. If they are borrowed kings, then it's different. I'm not quite sure what she means by borrowed kings. But if they're real kings, they can never be arrogant. So with that special type of royal behavior, you will attract people. It is not putting up a show, it's what you are. Isn't that nice? Something else we were talking about before, we have got an excerpt to play from Shri Mataji on the left side. One other thing was, actually Gulshan, you were mentioning it, about you see, this is that habit of thinking about things rather than feeling about things. That, for instance, Mona Lisa painting, if you look at Mona Lisa, you know, she's not particularly attractive as such.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that, but, you know, it's probably...
You do have to think up for hours for it.
It's not politically correct to say that, but
yeah,
when you stand in front of... It's the same with Van Gogh's big sunflowers, and the vibrations are amazing. So you go thoughtless. I think that was my point.
It brings us into present, where
brings us into the point, into the present, exactly.
Present.
Yeah. So you're not thinking about something and going, oh, what's with this painting? It's this, that, and the other. And that's your brain thinking it. But if you actually, and this is what great paintings attract everyone, because they do take you thoughtless. So basically, even if you're not having your self-realization, you know when things are something special. And same with the sunflowers.
Yes.
We had an exhibition recently of, what was it, Madhav? The exhibition where we went and saw the sunflowers and...
European painting.
Yeah, well, anyway, there were some European paintings.
Just checking if our audiences are paying attention to us or not. But we'll move on to Sahaja Yoga.
Yes, but I digress. Did anyone have anything else, a thought they wanted to contribute on that left side? Let's listen to Shri Mataji on that, and we'll meditate a little bit more after that. And then we've got a very special treat at the end. I know last week we were showing you how to raise your kundalini and put on a bandhan, and we kept losing our transmission. So I think we were stuck with our arms in the air. Anyway, we've got a special treat for that. So we won't be putting our arms in the air. We will with the video that I've got to show you. So talk amongst yourselves while I get the appropriate screen happening.
So we'll just sit with the hands open. Can everyone see the screen? I will actually move away because the TV.
But as I told you, there could be good conditionings in the same way you can have good habits and bad habits. If habits inhibit or obstruct your ascent, they also can help to stabilize you. the conditioning comes to you from the matter with which we are dealing every day. When a human being sees a matter, he aggresses it. And he wants to use that matter for his own purpose. He changes the forms of the matter for his own purpose. He starts getting used to matter as comfort or as a help or a guide in life. The more you start depending on matter, the more your spontaneity is finished, because you are dealing with the dead. Matter, when it is dead, then only we deal with it. When it is living, we are not so much bothered about it. So the deadness of that matter settles within us when we start using that matter for our purpose. But how are we to otherwise exist is the question people can ask if God has given us these material things and this matter to be used. Are we not supposed to use them? And are we not supposed to enjoy them? But we don't enjoy really. Before realization, you cannot enjoy any matter. You can only form a habit and may become a slave of that matter before realization. It's a fundamental principle of economics that wants in general are never satiable. Means today you want to buy something like a carpet, alright, bought it. So now that carpet becomes a headache because it's your possession, you have to look after it. You have to insure it, you have to worry about it that it doesn't get spoiled, first of all. And secondly, you really get into another mood of buying something else. Now you have bought the carpet, finished. Then you have to have something else, then you have to have something else, then you have to have something else. So it does not satiate you. It does not give you the joy. Matter can never give you joy. It's the spirit that gives you joy. And when the ascent takes place, then you become the spirit. Then matter takes another value system within ourselves. The value system of matter is very different. As I am sure Jason must have told you, that when you get your realization, then you start feeling the cool breeze in the hand. In relationship to matter, it's very helpful to be realized so. Because immediately you know what is good for you and what is bad. For example, you eat something that's not good for you. Immediately you lose your vibrations or you become hot. Even looking at it may happen. You want to sit on a chair on which somebody who is a very wrong type of a person has sat. Immediately you feel, oh, something wrong in this place. With your vibrations, which is a definite thing and absolute thing. And this conditioning can only be over. These habits can be overcome only if you become the spirit, because spirit is always dominated by the matter. And the spirit has to overcome that domination of the matter. Actually, spirit cannot be dominated by anything. But what I mean is that it is covered, like the sun can be covered with clouds. In the same way, all our domination, or we can say all our enslavement of the matter makes us dominate our spirit in the sense that we cover it.
Just sit quietly for a minute, meditating. Just close our eyes. I'll Just play a little bit of music and we can listen from our Sasrara.
So let's just raise our Kundalini with our right hand, bring it up to the top of the head a few times. Keep our attention on the top of the head.
And to finish our meditation, we've got one little treat. If you're on Zoom, we'll have a chat afterwards, so please keep your questions and feedback ready for at the end. For YouTube people, we'll have a few nice excerpts for Mother's Day to share with you. Everyone else can see them as well, but we'll just share this first treat. It's coming. Yeah. I've got my arrow going everywhere. We're getting there, folks. Come back here, arrow. Sorry, my little arrow doesn't want to go over there. We'll 1 second. We're getting there. Just to maintain that lovely meditative state. Here we go. It's all about sequencing.
Now all the children should put their hands like this. All right? And watch me. Lift your tongues and put them back as much as possible. Turn it backward. Let it feel the bliss of the divine on its tip.
Retournez votre langue dans votre palais autant que vous le pouvez.
Now put your chin down, touching your... Don't close your eyes. In complete surrender. Put the chin. Regarde. Well,
Appuyez votre menton sur votre gorge.
but don't close your eyes.
Sans
Pay attention to your sahasrara.
sans fermer les yeux, avec l'attention sur le Sahasrara.
Loosen your hands fully on the sides. Make them loose. Sit straight.
Détendez les muscles de vos bras.
Do not touch the palate. Got to them.
Ne touchez pas le palais, mais allez plus en arrière. Avec la pointe de votre langue.
Now breathe in. Do not push back the tongue. Keep the tongue where it is. Breathe in.
Inspirez.
Now raise your stomach without taking out the breath upward, pushing the air upward towards the lungs. Push your stomach in.
Rentrez votre estomac et poussez l'air dans vos poumons.
Attention on the Sahasrara.
L'attention sur le Sahasrara.
You start seeing light through Sahasrara. Sort of the Sahasrara becomes like eyes. Now leave it. Leave it now.
Maintenant, détendez-vous.
Raise your.
Relevez votre tête.
Now put back your heads. Put the fingers. Put the attention to your Sahasrara, that's all. Don't say anything, no mantras. Take out your tongue. Push it back. Take in your breath. Push the stomach.
De nouveau même exercice. Retournez votre langue. Rentrez votre estomac. Respirez.
That's good.
It was a little surprise for us all. Just to trick us into getting into Sahasrara, because it's so hard to do that you give up trying too much. So let's raise our Kundalini and place ourselves in Bandhan to finish the meditation. We went a little bit long, sorry about that. So our left hand is in front, our right hand winds around, tying at the top. One time. Two times. The third channel. Three times. And then we give ourselves a protection of those vibrations that we're now feeling, over and back, doing it together, over and back 7 times. And that's how we can start and conclude our meditation at home each day. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, in real life people. And thank you all online.
If you have any questions, now is the time to...
Hi, Elzbieta. Oh, okay. So Elizabeth, good point. Elzbieta was saying that Shri Mataji might have meant, for a borrowed king, that it's someone fake or a royal who's not really regal. Good point, actually. So, yeah.
Thank you for pointing it out. to
Yeah,
help
because
as well.
we don't have familiarity with actual royal people here in Canberra. So definitely, Elzbieta, thank you. So I do have something else. Can I be relied on to find the correct video? That is true. A good question I asked myself. No, I do have something for you all on YouTube. We'll say farewell to you now on YouTube, and I'll leave you with a selection of Mother's Day talks, very short ones, just to finish off for you all. And of course, those of you who are with us on Zoom, feel free to unmute and we'll answer any questions and chat a bit. So farewell to our YouTube people, and stay tuned for this correct video that I'm going to share this time.
Thank you for joining us as well. Nice to have your company. We'll see you next Monday.
Let me give everyone the power. And
oh, hi, it's Kate from Launceston. I just wanted to say hello and thank you.
hi, Kate. So nice to hear you.
Thank you, ladies. There were some very special treats, maybe some techniques I wonder if you could use in a crowded place, particularly the ear covering one.
Oh, which one?
You know, where you were to, sometimes there's moments where you need to maybe pull yourself back. And I thought, oh, next time I'm in an crowded shopping centre, I'm going to drop my neck back and cover my ears and see if it helps silence the stimuli.
Oh, that's a very good point, Kate. That's a very creative idea of yours. I like the sound of that.
Yes, next time I'm on the mainland, I'll try it out and let you know.
Yes, do.
We shall look forward to the outcome of your experiment. So,
Thank you. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right, have a great week. See you next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate.
Bye.
Bye.
I like the sound of that. Whoops. Okay, we're getting there.
How did you find the meditation, Carmen?
Yeah, it was good. I think the first part, especially after the realization, it was really strong. And then when we did the left and right side clearing, it just became even better.
Yes, and it's quite a delightful surprise when you actually feel the cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes with judging way to place is tricky, isn't it? That's a bit of a trial.
Sometimes you feel like I sometimes feel something moving on top of my head. So maybe that's Kundalini. Yeah. So that helps me to take my attention.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And the exercise that Shri Mataji took us through wasn't easy, was it? It's quite tricky, but very, very helpful. I suppose that is what the yoga that was performed in those times to bring you into balance. So if you were slightly in the left, physical exercises,
to focus on
your attention. So you're so busy holding your breath in, and tongue is at a certain place, and
you automatically, you just switch off from what's happening outside and completely inside of it.
Sort of, I realize now the importance of what they did then, for which is given to us so easily.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
It's coming.
That's okay. We're just waiting with anticipation to see what it might be.
Yes. Would be good if I could really locate it again. These messages came and got in the way, but it's coming.
Sure.
I'm just playing some music for you while I search. I found it.
mother's position is different. She will go on struggling and fighting.
Okay, here we go.
She'll fight it out to the last to see that the child gets all the benefits. And this patience and this love and this forgiveness is innately built in a mother. Because her attitude is very good. Not any achievement, not any big name or a sort of an award or anything. It is just she does it because she is a mother. And that is what is the sign of any mother. If she's a real mother, at least for her own children, she will go all out. She will work out everything for day in and day out and try to save the child from disaster. But Sahaja Yoga is a much bigger family. And for that, you really had to be worked out through the mother's principle. Here is your Kundalini settled down nicely there, just waiting for this moment. She's there, she's your mother. That's your mother. Now the quality of a motherhood has not been so much understood in the West. But, or maybe it has been discarded quite a lot. But in India, a mother is higher than anything else. What I am saying is not meant for women or men. It's meant for every one of us that we have to become like a mother, like a divine mother, like a person who can nourish people, who can give them love, affection, attention, perseverance, forbearing. And this is only possible for a mother to do it. And that motherhood should be awakened in every human being. I would say Abraham Lincoln you had, who was a great person like that. After that also, we have had so many great people in this world who have been like that. You can say in our country we had Mahatma Gandhi. We had many people of that temperament who were soothing, nourishing, curing, and helping others in such a way as a mother would like to nourish her own children. So this sense of nourishment has to come within us, but we have no power of nourishment, and that only comes when your spirit starts manifesting through you. When this power rises, she manifests her power of nourishment. She actually nourishes your chakras. She is the one who nourishes those subtle centers which look after the growth centers. She is the one who cures. She is the one who guides, because she informs you what's wrong with you, and she is the one who counsels. Now, how do you practice love with others? If you love someone, what do? You try to please that person. Small things can make people very happy. I know you all try to please me very much. You'll give me presents, you'll find out things which are good for me, you'll go out of the way, buy sweet flowers for me. Beautiful things you do to please me. I am over-pleased, I must tell you. But I am more pleased, much more pleased, if you understand collectivity and try to please each other. Such a person pleases me the most, that the attention is more on pleasing each other. As soon as you decide you have to please others, your tongue will become different. It will become a sweet tongue. The tongue which was like a pair of scissors becomes such a beautiful thing of honey. Then you talk little, but you really pour honey on another person, and another person really enjoys it. Once the light of the Spirit comes, in the light they see everything clearly, then no problem is there. And that's why this mother's quality is very helpful. I mean, in every country there has been a manifestation of the mother principle in every country. And it has been depicted and said. But later on, it was taken over by people who didn't want to talk about mother, because they could not justify themselves the way they were behaving. So they said best is not to talk of the mother. Also those who were very much advanced people, very matured, who were really incarnations, did talk about the mother all the time, but still talk was talk. Now this has to work out as a mother has to work. So in your own way, when you are doing surgery, your way of dealing with others has to be motherly. The motherly relationship has to be there.
So I hope you all enjoyed. Oh, hand raised. So we'll take your leave now. Please feel free to ask any questions. If there's a hand raised, please speak. Feel free. No, that might have been from before. Good night and see you next week. Or good day if you're in that part of the world where it's day. If there's
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is that?
Much.
Hope you had it. Carry on.
I am Elżbieta, and thank you very much. Sorry, I am Polish and live in England, but I has been done the course 21 day Sahaja Yoga meditation, and I am very happy sometimes be with you and watching, because it is for me fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Elżbieta. That's wonderful. Very happy to have you join us. So nice. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's nice for us to, truth be told.
Truth be told, it's very nice for us.
Sorry, I have a little problem with my mute, and I cannot tell you something if you ask me. Sorry.
Don't worry, we're fully in the land of technological challenges here, so we totally understand.
It's a lovely watching this program with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elżbieta. So nice of you. We really enjoyed your company tonight, and look forward to next time being with you.
Yes. Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night or good day. Good morning. Good morning it is in the UK, I think.
Yeah.
It is morning, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also thank you to our participants here. Really nice to have you come.
Thanks for joining.
Cool Canberra evening.
And I think we're going to talk Madhav into taking the session either next week or the week after. That would be really nice, because we're going to go through the right channel. We're going to go through the central channel. Then we might, who knows, as per everyone's desire, but there's lots of information to go through about our subtle system and all the centers and extra chakras and more meditation, basically. If we're all ready to go home and have dinner, or breakfast, we'll say good night. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.